Now, one of the things that is the most exciting change to me is, of course, the fact that we can change our clay vessels. All right, let's take you with us. Yeah, we'll come on to the elk later. There's a lot of changes to the elk, but let's start with, let's start with clay. Oh, I need to check that my bee skeps have come back. Let's have a quick look from here. Where are we? August. Gosh. Yes. That is something we need to do. We need to harvest the skeps, because that was another change. There was something different about the skeps, and I think it's because they're made with clay. Anything that has clay in the recipe seems difficult. So let us go into our little sanctuary here. Nice. And let us put this here. It's not square on. Be nicer to be square on. Let's have a look at it in comparison. And that's very different, isn't it? I thought it was the same texture. It's not. This one, if you look at it, has much, much more of a weave to it. Can you see that? It looks much more woven, whereas this one, it does look like basket, but it doesn't have the same woven quality to it. That's nice. Our suavite is over here. Now, let's pop this back in here. Right, one of the most exciting differences is the clay, and I couldn't resist having a go at the clay. So we're going to do far clay, blue clay and red clay. Okay, now we have so much clay forming to do, and I'm actually going to go through all of it. Oh my word, look at that. Wow, where do we start? Let us start with 4 of the far clay bowls. Right, let's do this one. Okay, that's not, there we go. But hello. Okay. This should be fantastic, that we can get these different clays. I'm English, so it's very difficult to explain how excited I am by this. English people tend to be rather understated in our emotions. So if we say, I don't know, something like that's a bit of a problem, it means it's an absolute disaster. But we don't say it. We tend to understate. So me saying, oh, that looks nice, is, oh my word, you know, if I were a different nationality, I would be screaming with joy. Okay, so they're there now. What do they look like on the ground? Oh, I'm loving this. And they haven't even been fired yet. That took 4 clay. Okay, let's look at a planter. Another one that I love. That elk has almost a howl, doesn't it? Unless that was a wolf. That might have been a wolf. And I'm saying, oh, the elk sounds as if it's howling. Right, look at this. Oh, so excited. And I'm sure some of you are saying, oh my goodness, how can you get so excited about clay? But you know me, guys, I'm not just excited. I am absolutely thrilled. You know, I have never heard an elk in real life. I don't know if they sound like that. Right, we can do this, continue with the same. So we had 60 when we started. What a beautiful colour. It's really, oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Wow. We've now got 42. You're right in there. Okay. Right. Next. Lamini. I don't think I need 4 cooking pots. So, oh, dash it, right. Let's just do 1 cooking pot, because I've already got some cooking pots and they're not the most, you know, I'm thrilled about things that are ornamental. I'm not at this stage thrilled about cooking pots. I like the idea that we can have these different textures and colours. Oops, yeah, I'm not enamoured of it yet. But I might be wrong. It depends how it looks in the kitchen. I must admit that having pots of this colour are going to look a lot more cheerful in, oh, isn't that nice? They're going to look a lot more cheerful in the kitchen than pots of a different colour. Okay, that's a far clay crock, a crucible. Okay, flower pots. Right, let's think about this. Let's just do 1 crock. Okay, oh, there we go. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay, one last look. I don't want to make that big one. I've got a lot of watering cans. I've picked up a lot of watering cans. Hello. Let's pop those back. When we do our first farring, that will give us enough. That was less than 2 stacks of far clay. So that's going to give us a good look. Now, the thing is, we're going to do 4 farrings. We're going to have to make 4 of these vessels. 4 of these. We've already got 4 of these, but I want them in 4s. Yeah. Okay. Let's try eating. Gosh, this food is so good. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is the blue clay. Yeah, let's see what it looks like. All right, what should we start with? Bowls. I am very interested as to whether we get white bowls out of this. Let's just go that. Let's come around here. Then I'm the same way round. That does it. Right. Because if I can get white bowls out of this, and I'm thinking about the first farring, I think we're going to get white bowls the same colour as this. I want to put 2 white bowls under my pond, fat lamps, so that I can light them up. And I think that would be fantastic. Now this is very familiar territory because we have been used to this grey look all the time we've been clay forming. So this look is familiar. Oh, what is not familiar is those beautiful bowls there. Okay, right, let's do a storage pot. No, let's work through systematically. Let's do this systematically. Doesn't this blue clay go well with the suavite? Be very interesting to see this when it's fired. Right, there we go. Yeah, these blue-grey colours. These are the colours I love. Blue-greys, whites, things like that, purples. What I'm not that keen on are the sort of oranges and rust colours and tan, and I don't particularly like brown actually, which, given we are in a sort of medieval environment where everything tends to be brown wood, is a bit difficult. Okay. Planters are very big, they look lovely. And this should give us a white planter when we fire it, which is fantastic. Right, I'm going to sort of rinse and repeat. You've seen us do the blue clay. I wanted to show it to you, then you could see that it does look the same as it's always done. What I'll do is I will stop recording just here and come back to you when I'm onto red clay. I'm on to red clay now. So I've got a decent collection of different things to try. Let's start here. Oh my word. Oh gosh. I'm making the storage pot first. I'm so looking forward to seeing what these look like, and of course I'm going to have to make 4 of each storage pots to test what they all look like. I mean, I can't think that I won't want to have one of each. I've started to make 4 of things here, but we'll have to make some more ingot molds and things like that. Oh, whoa. I hadn't appreciated until I spent a very long time in here that it is temporally negative. Fortunately, it's not one of those places where it just absolutely you know, hurtles. It is a slow decrease in temporal positivity, not a long one. Wow, this is different, isn't it? And already I'm feeling the difference was just having the 3 clays. This is a lot pinker in look than I had expected from the colour of the clay. The clay has an almost purple tinge to it, and I'm going to be very interested to see how this comes out. Wow, look at that. I mean, already you can feel the difference. Right, I am going to stop recording and get on with the rest of this clay forming. Well, I don't think I have ever done so much clay forming in my life, but we certainly have enough to test what these colours look like. The next thing is to try and load them into the kiln, and I'm just thinking about how much room I've got in there, because I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I've got 9 spaces of each of these. Now we can make shelves for the kiln, so that's not an issue. It's just a question of loading the kiln with what we want. Bricks we don't need to do for the first firing because we've done that. We know what that looks like. The question is, what does the rest look like? So, on to loading, I think. And if I have to choose, what will I choose? I will choose things I can use. Yes, planters will definitely go in. These will go in 2, 3. Wow. They look such pretty colours. And we do 4 firings, so we're going to need to do some more clay forming as well for these. This is only 1 firing of all these colours. Oh my gosh. Right. I would like 4 of those. Can I mix the colours? I think I will be able to. So let's take 3 of those and we'll see if we can get them in one space. Flower pots, we can take 1 of each. That's a crucible. Have I got flower pots? I don't think I've made blue clay flower pots. Oh. Well, we must have those. Right, let me take some... I'm going to need some far clay bricks and to make some shelves. Let's go and have a look at this. Right, so let's start with the big boys. Wow. My goodness. Let's get it straight. Okay. Now, I don't know if I can get shelves over here that will hold things. You would think that we could. Let's put them together. Then I know that I've got everything lined up, then I don't get muddled. Right, and the far clay. Right. Now, yeah. I'm going to need fire clay bricks and mortar. I've got a whole pile of fire clay bricks in here. And we'll make some shelves. I don't need those. I'm looking for mortar. There we go. And we've got fire clay bricks around here. Wanted in multiples of 9. That's only 3. Oh my gosh. That'll do. Now, when we're doing this, I've never used shelves before, so this is a learning curve with me. I've used this kiln before, oops, hello, but I haven't used shelves before. So I think that if we put the mortar in the middle, yeah, oh, they make 3. Oh, thank God. Now I think that these double up as shelves. I hope so. If I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. They only stack to 8. Let me just look at Beehive. Beehive kiln. Ratings. Yeah, it doesn't say floor of this space gratings. You also have the option to place refractory gratings in the middle layers of the space, which acts as shelving for a second level. Right. Okay. So we can't have 3 levels. Well, I'm going to be short of bricks. So where we would put them, it must be there, mustn't it? Yeah. Oh gosh, so I'm going to have to stand on something to get these in. So can I put those, can I put all 3 in there? I think I can. Let's just be sensible about this. Yeah, loading this. Oh. Right, let's just try. How do I get up here? Can I put a brick on this grating? Or piece of a... Yes, oh thank goodness. Right. How many of these can I get? I think it's only 2, isn't it? Can I mix them? I can. Okay, can I put a flower pot with that? No. I can put a flower pot there. I think I can mix things together. Yeah, I'll get blue clay in there. Wow. Yeah, I'll be able to put 3 shelves worth here. Okay. All a learning curve. So what else do I want to fire? We've got the flower pots. I would like to fire a crucible. one of those, okay. Could I get, I'm going to be limited here, a cooking pot, yeah, I can do 3 of those. Put my mortar back in there, I've got more mortar in there. And those, I can go in there, I don't need to carry those with me. So I've got 3 of those, those are crucibles, cooking pots, crocks, 1, 2, 3, they look huge and they're actually tiny. Right, and then the only other thing is the jugs, but I need to make blue clay flower pots. Okay, right. I can't believe that I didn't make those. Never mind, let's do it now. And these will come out white at the first firing. Right, easily sorted. Tall little things, aren't they? Okay, we want one of those. And then it's just whether I can get these jugs in, which I would like to, quite frankly. I also want to get those 4 in. I think I'm going to run out of space. Let's see what we can do over here. I don't know how big the jugs will be. Right. I don't know how I'm going to get this last level in. Right, we've got another flower pot. Okay. So we can get, we will have pretty crocks. Four. Two, 3. 3 of those. Let me just make sure I've not picked up anything that is the same. Okay, let's have a look at that. So we've got crucibles, flower pots, cooking pots. Oh, those are the ingot molds and Crocs. All right. Right, let's go and get the jugs. Right, and I would like don't know if I can get those 4 in. I would also like 4 of these. Let's see whether we can get those in. I'm just checking that I've not got 4 of anything left. I have not. Okay, let's go and have a look. Oh my gosh. Right, let us put a couple of jugs down. I don't know how big these are. Will they go 4 to a square? They will. Nice. Oh, that's a blessing. Okay, let's try a couple of shelves. Let's stand on this again. All right, now and these little ones, I don't think they would park next to that, but they might. Oh, they will. Can I go up again? I can't. Okay. Dang it. That's a crucible. All right, will those go at the back there? They will not. Let's see if I can get one in there. And a crucible. I get down too far. There we go. Right, we've got that all full up. It is brilliant that we can mix and match some of these things. Let's come. Can I get that up? I'll put it there, yes. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I don't suppose it will go in with the flower pots, will it? Dang it. Another block is in its way, okay. I've got it in the back. Wow, I didn't realise I could do that. That's fantastic. Okay. What have we got left to put in? Oh, that's not bad at all. Wow, this mix and match on the being able to store stuff is just fantastic. All right, I've got 4 of each pot. Cooking pots. Flower pots, 1 of each I only want. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Ingot moulds, 1 of each, that's absolutely fine. What we could do then is, seeing as we are going to load this thing, we will cook some fire clay bricks, because we're going to need those. Right, let's go and see if we can put these in. The more we can get into these. I also want some blue clay bricks. Let's do the fire clay bricks first. Alright, and let's go and get some blue clay bricks because we want them for these here. Right, here we go. Right, that's filled that up. Can I can't put, no. Okay. Wow. That is loaded. Let's go and put our blue bricks back. That and that. Could I have got another shelf full in? Let's try. I don't see how I get it up there actually. Realistically, let's just do that. Yeah. We've got enough for the first firing. To be fired. All right. Oh my goodness, now we need to load it with charcoal and set it off. Not charcoal, firewood. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Right. Check they all go to 32. I'm so glad I did the preparation for this in getting the clay and the firewood. Three more. Alright, now for the first firing, I want everything closed. So I want my 3 hatches closed. Excellent. Let's get that going. I see the flames. Yep, we've got flames. Okay. Ready to be fired. Progress will proceed once all 9 piles have been ignited. So the fire has to spread. That's a light. That's a light. Okay, so once all 9 fires have been ignited, firing for 12.31 hours. Here we are, receives heat, firing for 12.33 hours. Wow, we've done it. We've got our first firing going. How exciting is that, guys? Is there anything I need to put back in there? No. Let's go back and leave that for 12 hours. Wow, look at the smoke going up. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm just so excited about this whole thing. I must say though that my fingers are aching with clay forming. Right. Let me go back in and we will wait for 12 hours. So it's 9 o'clock. So it ought to be 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We might even sleep through the night. Right, my kiln is cool enough, but I do have tongs in hand. And I am looking at all these different colours that we've got. Wow. Let's change those so that they're together. Look at the way it holds it. Wow. Okay, let's go and pop this lot out and then we can see what we've got. Okay. Right, I am going to start at the back or at the front. Doesn't matter. Let's take the swavite up. I'm going to run out of space. Right, we will start at the back. We will have a planter. There. And a jug. There. Okay, and then that's the blue clay. The far clay and the tan clay. The tan is the red. I want the far clay in the middle. So that's going to be that one. Right, let's take up this swavite. Then we can see what we've got here. And let's take some mortar. And then we will put our bricks round here. Oh, they make 4 each. Wow, that's a lot. Now these are far clay bricks, and I have purposely, I just want to put 1 lot of mortar around there. I do not want more. I've come up with 4 anyway, which we will use to mend the bloomery if we have to. Right, let's put the far clay bricks down. Right, far clay. Okay. Right, those are sorted. Right, let me get this out of the way. Now, So these are the blue clay bricks. This is the far clay. Yeah, that's the far clay jug. That's the red clay jug. And that is the far clay. That's the one I've been so excited about. Oh, well, these colours look much more green than I thought they would. I don't know if it's the light in here, but this looks green in comparison to the white bricks. They have that greeny tinge to them. Right, let's keep... See, these look fantastically white. Are these the same colour? Or has the colour changed? No, they are the same colour. Great. Wow. Okay, that's that floor. Let's take these out. Go and put these down first. Oh my word. So the one I've got in my hand is the red clay. That is the white one. That looks better than the planter. And that is the far clay. These are very subtle differences here. Right, let's go and get some more. There. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at these. Riches galore. Whoops. So I've got 4 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those. If we look at this, I have to say that the colours between the far clay and the first farring of the red clay are very, very subtle. Very subtle. There's not that much difference. I don't see it. Looking at these two is probably the biggest difference. This is slightly more yellowy. That is slightly more pinky. This is almost like a pale grey. So that is our first farring. Now we've got a lot more farrings to come. We've got that's first, that will be the second, that will be the third. We've got 4 farrings more to come. Now I know that these will stack on shelves, so we might temporarily put shelves across and stack them on there. Yeah, that's a lot better when I've got some light on them. Yeah, the far clay is definitely pinker, and this is pale grey at the top. I thought it was white, but it's a very, very pale grey. It says cream here. Cream. This is not cream. This is a very pale grey. It may be cream, and it shades to darkness at the bottom in the flower pot and the planter. No, that's storage pot, sorry. And the planter. And the jug, it shades at the corners. I like the cream. I find the far clay quite nice. Yeah, that's the original far clay. It's not that much different from the original. But I mean, I think this is a huge addition to the game, because by the time we've done all the other firings, we should get some much brighter colours with the next faring. So we will see what happens there. So my friends, we have successfully fired our first lot of ceramic pots. We have fired a wide variety of pots. We have fired 3 different clays. I think that's very successful. Very, very successful. My only problem is where to store all this to have a look at it. But I'm liking that so far. So the next thing to do is to start working towards the next faring. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, leave a like and maybe subscribe. Bye bye, my friends.